Top 3 things that will increase your dating success. Number 1, you've got to be packing on some muscle. That is the bottom line. You've got to be in the gym lifting weights. You've got to be packing on muscle and losing fat. It's a scientific fact that the more muscles you have, the more jacked you are, the more likely women are to find you attractive. When you're jacked, women just find a reason to touch you. They find a reason to be near you. They feel safe. They can feel your strength. I've not been able to go as much as I wanted to. You guys saw what I was doing before then. I was on the weight loss thing and my pec got ripped and I've just been on the sidelines. I've fallen out of shape, but I will be back. However, in the meantime, I've noticed that I'm just not getting as many choosing signals as I was before. As you know, I'm an expert in body language, an expert in detecting when women are attracted to me in distance or in a proximity. And that number of women has gone down. But I can definitely tell you that there is a difference. More importantly, I can notice the difference from before. In addition, when you are so jacked and in good shape, your testosterone is higher, you're sharper, you're just more in tune with yourself as a masculine man. If you're not in the gym, if you're not lifting weights, you are selling yourself short. And even if you're 12 inches long, you've never seen it. But girls, when they are with you and you look really good, man, oh man, they can't even control themselves. I have a friend who's a bodybuilder in Japan. He is incredibly in good shape. He does not eat carbohydrates. His breakfast is 3 eggs. His lunch are a couple cans of tuna. His dinner are about 2 or 3 chicken breasts. This man is unbelievably in shape. He got hired to do a Chippendales event here in Japan. The girls were all over him. One of the girls asked to meet with him later. He told me he went out after the event with one of the girls back to have a couple drinks. And then she dragged him back to her place. He then said when they're in her house, she forcefully took off all his clothes, took off his underwear, started jacking his dick until it was wrecked, and then she got on top of him and fucked him. He was basically raped by this girl. When you start drinking around girls and you have muscles, their carnal female nature will come out. They start talking closer. They start leaning into you. And if you know what that is in regards to body language, you know what that means. They start making jokes with you and playfully slapping you. Not in the face, not in the butt, but on the chest and on the arm. Why? Because they like these muscles. If you want to maximize your muscular development to gear it towards getting tons of weight, you've got to do the ABC. Abs, biceps, chest. Notice I didn't say leg day. Sorry, boys. Girls really just don't care about legs. It's all about the ABC. And that's it, boys. What you got to do is stack on some muscle. Doing that will give you a huge advantage. In addition to that, every man has a great benefit other than being a man. God bless us all, for we have the Lord inside of us, the Lord, which is the Y chromosome. And the great thing about being a man, any man can become a solid 9, a 9 out of 10, if he gets a super great body. If you go to the gym, in 1 year, you can change your bum life. in 1 year. The time is going to pass anyways. So why are you not putting on muscle? Why? What is the reason? There is none. You're just making them up. Put on muscle. You feel better about yourself. The ladies will like you more. You'll be healthier. You'll be more mentally alert. You'll be more energetic. You can eat more food. It is truly one of the easiest, cheapest, and most effective ways to make yourself closer to living that peak hot dude life. Let's go to number 2, and that is to get your money right. Boys, if you can't afford consultation, right, and you're having trouble with dating at the same time, that right there is a huge indicator of a larger problem going on in your life. All successful men, all masculine men, they have their money right. They have their finances in order. They're not taking money from mommy and daddy. They are not taking handouts from anyone. If you do not have your money right, women will not see you as a long-term viable option. And the great thing about having your finances correct is when you have your money right, if you're making $75,000 a year or more, that is most females' dream salary. They don't make that much. They truly do not want to work. They want to be stay-at-home wives, stay-at-home girlfriends, and do nothing. If you don't have your money right, it is going to be also very hard for you to go out on dates. It's going to be very hard for you to invest in yourself. It's going to be extremely difficult to make anything happen with your life. And women will look down on you. They'll despise you because as a man, you're supposed to have your finances in order. I have coached many of men who are in their second half of their life and they are suffering with women. They're not developing skills they can monetize. If you can't afford a $40 date for you and a girl, for you to fuck her, it's just pathetic. If you have the internet connection available to you now and you can hear me, you can see me, then you have zero excuse. You've got to be working on building your own business, building your own set of skills. As a man, you always need to be pushing forward. You always need to be trying to get something done with your life. And believe you me, if you're working on your money and you're working on your body, you will be in the top 20% of men. People who say money is the root of all evil are stupid. The great Jordan Belfort has said in The Wolf of Wall Street, I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every time. When you have money and you have a good body, it is a deadly, deadly combo. Because here's the thing. These days, there is a gold digging epidemic. They are everywhere. They are trying to get easy money as soon as possible. You see, the rich get richer, and money continuously comes to those who are getting money. The more you invest in yourself, the more money you make that you put into other investments, the more you can progress in life. There's two things you buy in life. You buy a thing that is an asset, and an asset is something that makes you money, or you buy something that's a liability, and something that is a liability drains money away from you. And that includes a shitty girlfriend or wife. If you've got a girlfriend or wife who has bad spending problem, believe you me, that is a long-term negative return on investment. You've got to crack the whip or get her out. You guys listening to this are not average men. If you want to live the lifestyle of the top 20% men, you don't sit there and cry and say, but Jonathan, the 9 to 5 in average USA is less than 50K a year. I don't give a. Learn the skills. Learn to code. Learn to do something. Go back to school, take a loan, get a degree in STEM, become an accountant, become a nurse. Male nurses make money, and there is an extreme need for male nurses. If you got time to cry on the internet watching me, and no, listen, dude, I keep it real on this show, and you've watched my origin stories. You know where I came from. You know the shit that I went through, and you know that if I did it, you can do it. The third and final thing that you can do, you have got to get your game down. There are multiple tiers to it. Tier 1 is at least you're getting dates. You're approaching women, you're getting numbers, you're going on the date, you're striking out. But this is a game of persistence, like all things in life. That is stage 1. You can go on dates. You can go and meet a girl. You can go on multiple dates with her. But eventually, she just disappears or loses interest. You end up talking yourself out of the pussy. Here's the real deal, boys. If a girl goes out with you and she meets you in public, she likes you. And if you don't fuck her, chances are you it up somehow. Because if you don't go for it soon enough, they don't think you're man enough and they feel insulted. Their femininity gets killed. They feel like rejected because you didn't go for it. When that happens, it's not a good thing, because then something's wrong with your ability up here. Your game is lacking. Most guys that I meet in life, they don't have game. They don't. If you can't confidently go out and get a girl, sleep with her, and then convert her into a pseudo girlfriend or a girlfriend who massages you, does laundry, takes care of you, washes your car, buys stuff, pays for you, buys you things that you tell her to buy you, you don't have game. And game is the most crucible point here. That's stage 1. You're able to go on dates, but you can't close. Stage 2, you can close, you have sex, but maybe your sex game is not on right. You don't know how to deal with her on an emotional level. And then they fall off. You can't keep them. Stage 3 is you can keep them. You can keep them in that perpetual waiting cycle when you let them know, hey, I like you, baby. I like you so much. You're special to me, I promise. She's like, when are we going to be official? Baby, I just don't want to be rushed. I really just enjoy what's going on with us right now, honey. When you're able to have a team of 3 to 4 women, you have your sex girl, you got your health and fitness girl who takes care of you, you got that one girl who you just like, and then you got your freak that you tie up and you do all your nasty shit. And most of you guys in the red pill sphere, most guys that I've met in real life, they don't have super hard game. You can't just drop them off anywhere in the world and give them 5 days. If they can't get some 5 days, got some work to do. And here's how you improve your game. It's repetition, repetition, repetition. Just like I'm telling you to build up your money. $1 at a time saved. Compounding interest. Investing into things that'll make you more money. Just like I'm telling you to build up muscle. 1 rep at a time. 1 protein shake at a time. 1 steak at a time. 1 pound of muscle at a time. Your game is the same way. 1 date. You know, after the date, go home, analyze it. Look at the situation you have. Why didn't I close? What happened? Was she a psycho? Was she just using me? You have to be able to look at all of these things, all of these different angles, and be able to understand what the is going on. You have to have competency in the sexual seduction marketplace. You have to have competency, and you only gain competency through in-field research, not reading Rollo Tomasi's blog from A to Z, not watching every one of my YouTube videos, not being a Patreon subscriber of Donovan and watching every single episode of The Sharp Reality. It is getting out there, talking to girls, your way till competency. No game, no frame, no girl for you. And that's the real truth right there.